First tonight at 6, a former sheriff closer to learning his fate inside a South Carolina courtroom. Good evening, I'm Brian Blakely.
Good evening, I'm Alicia Barnes with the U.S. Justice Department now working to convict the former sheriff of Marlboro County, Charles Lemon, after a Queen City News investigation led to his arrest.
How do you think yesterday went, Mr. Lemon?
He has no comment, Mr. Barr.
He could say that.
No, he has no comment. Thank you, Doug.
Good luck, Sheriff.
Lemon was at the center of our lost trust investigation. Video here shows that the then sheriff ordered then Deputy Andrew Cook to be able to use a taser to shock an inmate several times inside the county jail in May of 2020. Someone inside the sheriff's office later destroyed that body cam evidence before our chief investigative reporter Jody Barr obtained the recording. Well, Cook took the stand yesterday and the first day of Lemon's trial after pleading guilty for his role in the incident.
Well, Jody joins us now live in Florence right now, where day 2 of Lemon's federal trial has just wrapped up. And Jody, understand you heard some new details in court today on the sheriff's training record.
Brian, we did. Prosecutors said today that Charles Lemon knew the rules, and they say that because Lemon actually completed the State Police Academy's training on when and how to use a taser. Now, at the center of all of this is where the Lemon and former Deputy Andrew Cook used excessive force and took all of this too far. The South Carolina Criminal Justice Academy records shown to this jury today show that on February 8th of 2018, Charles Lemon completed the course on the use of force and the appropriate times to and not the times not to use a taser on a detainee. The prosecutors say this training is proof that Charles Lemon knew what happened inside the jail that day should have never happened.
Were there any surprises in court today?
Well, yeah, you know, we told you yesterday, prosecutors said that they expect to call some expert witnesses today, but a huge surprise this afternoon, and that was Ronnie Johnson. He is Jerell Johnson, the victim in the tasing. It's his father. Now, Jerell Johnson had beaten his father that morning severely. He was life-flighted to a hospital, not expected to make it, and that beating is what got Jerell Johnson inside the Marlboro County Detention Center that day to start all of this. Today, Ronnie Johnson testified that he knew his son was tased some days after he woke up in the hospital, but he only knew the story from the Marlboro County Sheriff's Office, and the story that the Sheriff's Office gave Mr. Johnson at that point was that his son tried to attack Charles Lemon, and they used a taser to stave off that attack. But it wasn't until December 2021, 19 months after this tasing, that Ronnie Johnson learned the full story behind this. And he got that story when I met with him and his wife outside of Jerell to show them the body camera recording, a recording that they had no idea existed before this meeting between us. Ronnie Johnson told the jury it was our meeting that led him to start questioning everything the Marlboro County Sheriff's Office told him about what happened that day. He also told the jury the most memorable moment to him in that video was when Charles Lemon, and you could hear it in that recording, Charles Lemon told Jerell Johnson, "I know your whole family." And when Charles Lemon told the deputy to stick that taser to his head, Ronnie Johnson says he took that as essentially an order for Charles Lemon to give the deputy the full rein to kill his son. Jerell Johnson also took the stand today. The prosecutors tried to question him about what he remembered that day, whether he remembered turning to lunge at the sheriff. But Jerell Johnson told this jury the only thing he remembers from that day are the first 2 taser strikes and has no recollection of the final 4 taser strikes that law enforcement, the prosecution argued were unjustified. So it's not much memory of that, but Jerell Johnson is here and he's testifying. He took the stand today and he's not yet finished.
Yeah, Jody, certainly some emotional testimony here today from the family. And so far we've had those surprise witnesses as well. Any idea what's going to be coming in court tomorrow?
Well, we'll tell you the prosecution they just finished with Jerell Johnson today. The defense was getting up to cross-examine him. The judge is cutting this off at 5 o'clock every day. So the judge sent the jury home. The defense will have their shot at Jerell Johnson starting at 9:30 here in the morning. But it's also the witnesses that the defense have called and the prosecution have called are not allowed in the courtroom, so they're all cordoned off inside this courthouse in different rooms. But coming in through the security gate earlier today after the lunch break, I ran into former Marlboro County Sheriff's Lieutenant Trevor Murphy. Murphy was the one that brought this video to light. He's also the one that came to us and went on camera and started this lost trust investigation. He told me that he fully expects to be called here probably tomorrow to testify, but he's been holed up in a witness room, so we expect that could be tomorrow or the next day. It's just a moving target here. We have to take these witnesses as the government gives them to us.
All right, Jody Barr reporting live from Florence, South Carolina. We appreciate you keeping us up to date. Thanks, Jody.